and welcome to Foodie Friday. Today we are going to be making a lemon mousse. So as you remember, I bought some lemons now from Lidl. Now these were unwaxed lemons. Really important it's unwaxed if you are using the zest. Now the zest on your grater, you've got this side which has all of the it's really sort of rough and it's great for sort of nutmeg, but it's also good for zesting. And what you want to do is you want to get the yellow part off, but you don't want to get the white part, which is the pith, because it's bitter. So you literally just rub quite gently all the way around. I've done one of them, but I just wanted to show you in case you didn't know how to zest a lemon. And this is what's calling zesting a lemon. So literally you just go round. You can probably only see the top of this, but you can see on here where I've literally just taken the lemon rind. And then you have, if I just take my fingers on here and get this off, you have the zest of the lemon underneath. Now I'm just going to take a little knife and very carefully just go across the score bits on here, and then I can get this off as well, because what you want to do is you want to get as much of the zest off as you can. Now if you've got a little pastry brush, you can use that. That will help get the little bits out from there, but you can sort of do it this way to get some of it out. And then, as I say, just take a little brush. I'm just going to grab one of my brushes that I've cleaned, which are my crafting brushes, but any brush will do, and you're literally just going to brush now that we've loosened it with the knife. We can just brush the zest off. So we've got the zest of 2 lemons, and then we need the juice of 2 lemons. So that's the zest of the 2 lemons. And now what I want to do is I want to get the juice. So I'm going to literally cut this lemon in half. And I've got a lemon juicer. If you haven't, you can just do it with your hands. And I'm just squeezing the lemon out of this. This will make a lovely tart lemon mousse, which should be absolutely delicious. So that's one, and that's the other. Now, when I bought these lemons, they were on offer, and I bought 4. So I have another 2, which are here. And I'm going to use those to do a lemon drizzle cake. So those are the lemons in there. I'm just going to pour that into the glass. So that's the juice of 2 lemons. Okay, so I can put that there. So I've got that there to go in, and I've got the zest to go in now. Now we need to take 2 eggs, but we only want the egg whites. Now, if you're somebody who is can't eat raw egg white, then now I've got this egg separator, which is rather fun. So I'm going to use this. So I just need to put my egg in on here. Yes, so I'm absolutely fine to eat egg white, but I know that some people are a little bit sensitive, and I think they say if you're, if you're pregnant or anything like that. Now look at this. Isn't this incredible? It's an egg separator. Come on. It's brand new eggs today. So I just need to make sure that I can get. It's the first time I've used this. It was my late uncle had it, and I don't know whether he ever used it or whether his wife used it, but you're supposed to be able to, there we go, separate your eggs quite easily. Isn't that incredible? I think that's quite astounding. Right, so I need to save those, so let me just get another little glass. Oops, sorry, whacking the camera. Right, so I've got a little glass, so I'm just going to empty this egg yolk in there. I can then save it and use it for something in the next couple of days. So that's one, and we want one more. So we want 2 egg yolks. So I'm just going to separate this one out. These shells are quite hard, or my hands are getting worse with age. I can never really work out which way it is actually. Right, so I then need to just separate this one off in here like this. So that should take that bit, and that should take that bit. Look at that, isn't that incredible? That's really good for separating eggs. Okay, so it's a little egg separator. So that's got my 2 eggs in there, and I've got my egg whites in there. So I can put that out of the way. So yes, that's what it is. It's got a little dish on there, and it's an egg separator. So very good. I think that that's very good, particularly with when you're doing things live like this. You know, quite often you'll get bits that won't work in there. Now, have I got a bit of shell in there? I think I have actually, haven't I? I need to really take that out first. See if I can get that out. Come on, it's going to slide back in, because these are very, very fresh eggs, because I've literally just bought them. And that's why I said, if you're doing something like this, make sure that your eggs are really fresh. Farm eggs, perfect. Free range, perfect. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to whisk these up. Now, I've got a very old whisker, and you'll have to excuse the noise, but you're literally just going to whisk it. So you can fast forward if you want, but you need to be able to see how quickly it whisks up. So you're literally just whisking until it comes to fine peaks. You don't need to over whisk it, but probably for about a minute. Okay, so that's a soft. Let's just do it a little bit more. So that was probably about, well, less than a minute, wasn't it? And you can see how it's forming sort of soft peaks. So that's that done. So we can put that to one side, and we can get another bowl, which is, here we go. So we've got this bowl, and this bowl is going to have the cream. So you need a tub of cream, which is 300 mils. So we want the whole of this in here. Now, you can freeze it. So what I tend to do is I will make this will make probably 6 maybe, and I will probably freeze 4 of them. It might only make 4. It depends how big you want them. So I don't need to, I should really clean these, shouldn't I, just in case it stops it from peaking. So these I'm literally just going to run under the tap and clean them off. Just give them a quick dry on my tea towel so that they're dry and clean now. Because if you're whisking egg whites, cream, things like that, and you've got a contaminant on there, they won't whisk up very well. Okay, so the cream, we need to just whisk this up, and again we're going to whisk it until it comes to like a soft piece. Now I'm doing it, I turn the bowl so that then the whisk makes sure that it comes up exactly. Now this will come up quite quickly, so that's for about 30 seconds, and that's coming up quite nicely. Now what we need to do is we need to add some sugar. Now I'm going to have to creep into my cupboard here to get my sugar out, which I should have got out beforehand without knocking the camera. Okay, so we need 60 grams of sugar. Now I will just check and see what that is in ounces. So bear with me a second. Shush, Lou. Right, 60 grams. Right, okay, right, sorry, I was just looking to see how much it was. So I thought it was 2 ounces, so 60 grams is just about 2 ounces. So you don't need to have much more than that. And so I'm going to get my tablespoon, which is what I always have, and we're going to put 2 spoonfuls in here. So 1, 2. And that's my 2 ounces. Okay, and then we can whisk this up. Just put this in carefully a bit. That's coming up nicely. So you can see that's coming up nicely and it's gone quite it's gone lovely and mixed in. Then we need to mix in the zest. So there's my plate with my zest. So I need to just add the zest of the lemon. We need to get as much of that as we can because it's a really nice sharp lemony mousse. Okay, so that's in there. And then we need to add the lemon juice. So I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. And then I'm just going to start to mix it in. I'm just doing it on the slower one. And I'm doing it fairly slowly because I just want it to mix in nicely without it curdling. So we want it just around the edges. Okay, so that is, and I'm going to do the rest with my, whoops, I'm going to use the rest with my spoon. So let me just take this off of here. So I can just put this in. Like that, that's That's one. That's the other one. We just need to take all of the lemon off. I do love baking. It's one of the things. I have my freezer full so that if I fancy something, I've always got something tasty in there. And as I say, I tend to get things when they're on offer, like the unwaxed lemons were, which was a really good buy. Okay, so that's in like that. Now I've got my spoon here, and what I need to do now is to take the egg whites, and we're going to fold the egg whites in to the cream, so that will just give it a nice light. I've just got to find some room. And what you want to do is you want to fold it in so you're incorporating as much air as you can in. So can you see, as I'm turning, I'm literally just folding. I'm not whipping it, I'm folding round and over the top. So to fold it, it means that you're keeping as much air in, and it's becoming more mousse-like rather than anything else. So just make sure that it's all incorporated. So round the edge and turn it right from the bottom to the top. So you can see this is where you don't want to use your electric whisk or anything to do it. You need to do it in with your hands because you want to have it folded in beautifully. Okay, right, now what I've got is I've got some tiny little glass dishes that I've got, which I've had for quite a while, and all you're going to do is you're going to fill these up, and you can then just pop it into the fridge for an hour or so, or however long you really want, until you are ready to eat it. And I'm just going to have a look and see. Now you see, again, I'm putting it in and I'm trying to make sure that I don't knock the air out of it. So these are fairly big little glass ones. These had some, oh, I don't know, some pudding of some sort in at some time over the years. And whoops, clean off your sides before you've finished. But just pop those in like that. These are smaller ones. Yes, you can definitely make 6, because I'm still going on these 4. So depending on the size of your little glasses. So as I say, these ones I'm probably going to freeze. So I'm just going to take them. Now what you can do is to just take, and I'm going to put a tea towel just in underneath for a minute, because what you can do is you can just knock them down, so you can see that you don't want the air in them. But you are not by doing this, you're not trying to not make any noise. You're not actually pushing it down. You're trying to keep it as clear as you can. So I could just get a little bit more in here. Don't want too much because otherwise it makes it it is quite rich because you've obviously got your cream, but there we go. So that will be fine in there. And as I say, I will just clean off the bring it on here. That's what I was doing, is just knocking the air out of it. Couldn't realise that I was just off the camera here. Let me just put these up here so you can actually see. So that's all I'm doing, is knocking the air out just a little bit. Okay, so that's 4 of those, and then I have got these. They were left over from a party a few years ago, and you know what I'm like, I squirrel everything. So they're quite good, and they're good for going into the freezer as well. So let's see how much we've got. We've definitely got one more in here. So let me just put that one in here. I think I can probably just about get, let's take that off of there. So I will have got, put this in here. So that's given 5. Bearing in mind that they're quite big size portions, so you could get 6 out of it, or you could get 4 if you want even bigger ones, but 6 like that is absolutely fine. And then what you can do is you can just decorate it with whatever you want. So you could decorate it with some lemon zest if you wanted to. You could do it with a little bit of white chocolate or something if you wanted something sweeter. But it's given us, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are big size pots. Obviously I will clean them up afterwards, but they're big size pots. So it's given 5 really lovely little lemon desserts that you can have whenever you fancy. And as I say, just pop a lid of some sort over the top, or just cover it with cling film, and they will go in the freezer and freeze quite nicely. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.